Hello, dear ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's not much of exaggeration to say that we all live in a world that materially and intellectually has been created by science, and that science has given us all the representations of the world which human being lives with today. And now we're gonna talk with a highly outstanding person from Japan, Professor Takaaki Kajita, a 2015 Nobel laureate. Uh, which investigations and research are devoted to such things that lots of people couldn't even grasp the meaning of things that you are doing actually. So it's so interesting to study the neutrino and all the concepts of the universe in whole. Well, 60 billion of them can pass through the whole our body, and not only our body, but also elsewhere, anything else. This is about neutrino. It's very interesting. And initially, I wanted to ask you that the collaboration matters and about the partners from different countries, because from the evidence that we have, we understand that lots of authors do not actually realize the potential of the collaborative researches from various countries. I mean that they do not even think that somebody can try to reach someone else who can make some kind of research, and that can be some kind of a great symbiosis. But and I thought that there was some kind of collaborative research with Arthur MacDonald from Canada, but as far as I understood, it was separate researches, but
Right.
the discovery is like the same. But can you tell this in details how it actually was, and how did you reach to come to a inauguration in 2015 for Nobel?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Well, certainly, our group and Art McDonald's group had different experiments. However, of course, we worked, in a sense, we worked together to understand the property of neutrinos. And our team worked in Japan. Well, in fact, this is an international collaboration. Our experiment is in Japan, but we have many collaborators from many other countries. And we have always more than 100 people working together in our experiment. And in fact, this is a very good experience for us. We are always able to work together with many other people from many other countries. That is great. And we can learn a lot from people from other countries. So that is a very good part. And well, on the other hand, of course, our team and Art McDonald's team are independent, but our team discovered one channel of the neutrino oscillations, and Art McDonald's team discovered the other channel of the neutrino oscillation. And well, with these two discoveries, we kind of understood the basic structure of the neutrino oscillations. And in that sense, well, we are collaborating.
That's really amazing. That's great. Thank you. In regard to the discovery that neutrino has a mass, because standard model of physics didn't imply that it should have a mass actually. So for the future, for some kind of upcoming discoveries as a consequence of your personal discovery, probably what could be the potential use for future discoveries, and probably for more deeper investigation of the universe? Yes.
Oh, yes, I think you had a very right point. In fact, the discovery of the small neutrino mass could be related to our understanding of the matter in the universe. Well, of course, it's obvious that there are matter in the universe, but well, according to our knowledge, we cannot explain why matter or matter particles exist in the present-day universe. And in fact, the neutrinos with very small mass could be the key to understand this big question in the universe. In that sense, the discovery of neutrino mass or neutrino oscillation give us a, I would say, hint to understand even bigger question in the universe. So I think we have to continue working on neutrinos.
That's for sure. Besides, is it correct to say about the hypothesis that in the primary plasma, which is called like this, in primary plasma, if I'm not mistaken, there is a hypothesis that it was a billion of degrees temperature, and due to the neutrino, we can just establish that it was correct. So, is it correct actually to say like this?
Well, yes, okay. In the Big Bang universe, the temperature of the universe was very high, and there are many, say, matter particles and antimatter particles. But naively, we expect there should be equal number of matter particles and antimatter particles. And then with the universe cooling down, we naively expect these matter particles and antimatter particles meet and annihilate, disappearing. Therefore, we naively expect there should be no matter particle, no antimatter particle existing in the present-day universe. But there was we think that there was a trick. And because of the neutrinos with very small mass, there could have been a trick to make the, say, excess of so small amount of matter particles compared with the antimatter particle. And this way, at the present-day universe, small amount of matter particles remain.
Yeah. That's amazing. It's really great to just understand that it's really in our world. So the timeline of the process of the research and the discovery, how do you think what would be the future timelines for any kind of future discoveries included in physics and maybe probably in some other sphere of knowledge? Because the neutrino investigation, as far as understood in Japan, it started from 1918 and maybe earlier. So it took almost 40 years to come from a point to point for the discovery, and there should be other new discoveries. So this time scale, could it be shorter or longer in the future? Just your opinion in this regard.
Okay, about the future discoveries, well, I cannot say in general, but let me focus on big potential discoveries in neutrino experiments. I would say, unfortunately, experiments are getting bigger and bigger, getting more and more complex, and therefore it takes more time to construct the new experiments. Typically, from now on, it may take of the order of 10 years just to construct a new detector. And therefore, the discovery could take more than 10 years. So even if we are lucky, the new discoveries in neutrino physics may come more than 10 years from now. So this is the timeline.
I understand. you have lots of scientific publications, which is a part of the process of the research and the discovery, actually. Lots of authors which we are facing and trying to help them to consult. They are lacking lots of knowledge about the successful scientific publication. So they do not know how to do it properly, and lots of nuances and subtleties that just they think they should know, but they do not know it. So have you ever faced some kind of challenges in the course of your personal scientific publication?
But to be honest, no. Well, I would say I was quite happy with the present system of publication. I didn't encounter any serious problem.
That's great. So to be lucky, actually. Also, I would like to raise the question about scientific retractions and also about your opinion, because the author may conduct the research, and there is a proverb like to err is human, to forgive is divine, and the researcher may make some mistakes, and he also can correct the mistakes, but it could be before the publication or whether it could be after the publication. So there are two types of retractions, actually. The first one, we have recently evidenced in 2016, there was a publication of Jack Szostak. This is also a Nobel laureate in 2009 in physiology and medicine. His publication was in a very venerable journal, like it was Nature Chemistry, about the origins of the appearance of life on the Earth. And their research just showed some hints on the origin of the life on the Earth. But ultimately, Sir Szostak personally by the cell claimed for the retraction of his research because he couldn't reproduce it after all. So this is the first direction where retractions are claimed by the authors by themselves. But the another direction is like somebody else, somebody from the other country just noticed that the research which they analyze from another authors, it's not correct, it's not reproducible, or just they have some inaccuracies. So how do you think the fact of the unique publication of in a venerable journal, is it just like a sweet piece of cake in order to promote in the career of the scientist, or it's better to have a qualitative and most importantly reproducible research initially? How do you think?
Okay, well, again, I think I cannot tell the scientific activity in general, but let me mention about the neutrino experiments or related fields. Well, as I said, experiments are getting bigger and bigger. That means number of collaborators are more and more. And as a result, also, we have been learning from the past experience, sad experiences, and therefore people are in general getting more and more careful about the publication. And at the same time, we have more and more people in the collaboration. And therefore, typically in neutrino experiments, we have, say, multiple groups of people who do the analysis on the same topic. And that way, each analysis group can check each other their result. And this way, the probability of making any serious mistake is nowadays very low. So in this sense, we have been improving not to make any serious mistake.
I understand.
And I hope, well, of course, big experiment may not be sometimes so great, but this is certainly one of the good points for the big collaboration, and this could be, say, used in other scientific fields.
Yeah. And so in this regard, what would be your advice for younger scientists who are just starting their way for the science and in this direction?
Well, okay. For young scientists, typically people may not have much experience in research, and therefore sometimes young people may forget some important check or something like that. But well, with this kind of big collaboration, if one person, young person, work in a big collaboration, you can learn how to check their results. And I think this way, young people, I think this is a very good experience for these young people.
Yeah, for sure. You are now working on a huge project. Can you tell it in detail, please? It is called Kagra.
Yeah. Okay, now my main work is moving from neutrino experiment to gravitational wave experiment. And this project is called Kagra. This is a new gravitational wave detector project. We have just finished their construction, and in fact, we carried out an observation run for a short time in this spring. Unfortunately, our sensitivity is not good enough to really observe gravitational wave events, but we are really excited to observe gravitational waves in our detector in the near future. Now, by the way, this is a collaboration of about 400 people,
wow,
mainly from the Asian countries.
Yeah, I think you should be so much excited, the same as working with Neutrino, actually.
Yes.
The Kagra, it's a construction. It's also like Super Kamiokande underground, 200 meters underground. Yes.
Oh, yes. Kagra is, in fact, constructed in underground. It is a laser interferometer with one arm length is about 3 kilometers. So 3 kilometer by 3 kilometer laser interferometer in underground.
That's great. Yeah, that's really great. You know, there is a movie like Star Trek. Have you ever seen this? If yes, so have you ever been inspired by the universe of Star Trek?
No.
Okay. And also, there is one also hypothesis, last one that I would like to tell you about the universe as a computer simulation. And in 2016, there was a memorial debate dedicated to Isaac Asimov in USA, and they have been debated, some scientists. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson as well there, and they debated about the probabilities of that hypothesis of that we are living in the computer simulation, and they described some arguments about the neutrons, quarks. I don't remember actually, maybe about neutrinos as well. So like elementary particles, which are like bytes from the computer game or something like that. Just, it's very interesting about your opinion, whether such hypothesis could exist in our world actually.
Oh, I see. I don't know.
It's just
just an experimental physicist, so
I understand.
my
So
work is to do experiment.
that's great that we are having the arguments in contrary of that fiction like this actually. So probably the real world is not like a simulation. All right, Professor Kajita, thank you so much for this talk. It was really great. It is a great honor for all of us, and we really appreciate this. Thank you very much. And I would like to express have a great luck and great success in your new upcoming discoveries. I do believe that you will have them. It's definitely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. All the best to you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.